All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fritz here, and what we're going to do is we're going to work on how to create a graph for science. So the essential question is, can I create a T-chart and determine the type of graph based on that T-chart? You're going to be knowing how to make a proper T-chart, what that is, which is basically a data table, and know how to make a bar graph and a line graph. So what's the first step you have to do with making a graph? This video is going to focus on that first step, which is all about T-chart. The second and third video will show you how to make a proper bar and line graph. So the first step, as you can see on your Cornell notes, you are going to make a T-chart. Okay, what is a T-chart? It's basically splitting up your data into two parts. You have to determine what you're testing, which is on the left. Okay, that's what we call the manipulated variable. What are you manipulating? What are you controlling? What are you changing? On the right side of your T-chart, you're going to be making responding variables, or you're going to be documenting what you're measuring. What are you comparing to your control? What are you comparing to what you manipulate? Okay, so on the left side of your T-chart, your manipulated variable, that is what you're testing, versus what you're measuring, and that's your responding variable. Step two, as we move on, is you fill in the T-chart. Okay, so what you can compare, let's give an example. We had a bunch of students take a test, and we wanted to compare the hours that they studied during the unit versus their test scores. So what can we manipulate here? Well, you can control how many hours you study. So that would go on the left side, okay? You have students 0 hours studied, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, and 4 hours. The responding variable, what you're measuring, the response to what you've done, would be the test scores themselves. So that's the test scores, and you can see you line up the numbers exactly lined up. 0 has a score of 60. 1 hour has a score of 75, 2 hours has a score of 80, 3 hours has a score of 92, 4 hours has a score of 99. So you can see the relationship there. That's step two in making a T-chart. Now step three, you have to decide what type of graph you're going to make. So we have different types of comparisons. You might have one where you have words versus numbers. Example might be your favorite soda. So if I asked a bunch of people, hey, what's your favorite soda? Pepsi, Coke, Mountain Dew, or 7-Up? I just gave them 4 choices. I manipulated that. I controlled that. That's what I asked. That's why it goes on the left. The response, or the responding variable, what I'm measuring, is the number of people who like that brand. And I would write the number next to that. That's a words versus numbers. Then you have a different type of T-chart that might be time versus numbers. Like if I wanted to see how long it took a plant to grow, so I would do the time on the left, numbers on the right, okay, time measured in days, 1, 2, 3, 4 days versus their height in centimeters. Or you might just have a regular numbers versus numbers. Like if I wanted to compare the temperature in an environment like a room versus the number of beetles who want to live there. Okay, I can manipulate the temperature in the room or compare like different temperatures that I want, but I can't control how many beetles want to live there. So you want to know, well, if I have this type of T-chart, you look at them and you determine what type of graph you want to make from that T-chart. So if you look here, if you have a words versus numbers, that's going to be a bar graph. Okay, always going to be a bar graph. Time versus numbers will always be a line graph for us in science, okay? So that you can see what the trend line. And then when you have numbers versus numbers, typically we're going to go with a line graph as well on that. So you have the two types of graph. Anything that has words versus numbers, bar graph. Line versus numbers, that's going to be, or I'm sorry, time versus numbers, a line graph. And numbers versus numbers is usually a line graph. Now I also want you to write these two definitions. What is a manipulated variable? What is a responding variable? A manipulated variable is what you control and change on purpose. Okay, this is sometimes called an independent variable. So what did we manipulate up here earlier? We manipulated the types of sodas. Okay, I didn't ask if you like root beer. I manipulated what I asked. The responding variable now is the changes that happen in your experiment because of what you changed. So the responding variable is the number of people who said, I like Pepsi. Or the responding variable might be how tall the plant grew over time. Or the responding variable might be how many beetles wanted to live in that area. Okay, so you can manipulate certain things, and then you're measuring its response. Okay, now after you do this, we're going to show you how to make a bar and line graph in the next 2 videos. Thank you very much.